Hey, it's Mindy with Astrology by Love, here for your November-December horoscope. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising. We are starting out from the new moon in Sagittarius on November 30th to the new moon in Capricorn on December 30th. So let's go ahead, jump in, and get started. So Sagittarius, we are in your season right now. So the sun is in Sagittarius, as is Mercury. You are definitely in the spotlight. This new moon, there's going to be some new look to your appearance. Maybe this is something like a new outfit, new haircut, new earrings, but there's something new about the way you look. Maybe you've been having ideas about a makeover or even an overhaul. Be careful, because those are going to be held back a little bit as we go through the month, but there's definitely a new start in your appearance on November 30th. Then on December 2nd, Venus is trine Uranus. So Venus is in your second house of finances. So money's been going pretty well. Whenever you go shopping, you've been able to find some really pretty things. It's like the stores are curated for you. It is trining Uranus in your sixth house. So you've pretty much not even had a routine these past several years. You're probably like, what is that? I've heard of those. But something about your finances doing well is being helped out by your lack of routines. And so this, December 2nd, probably a great day to go shopping, Sagittarius. You'd probably find some really cute stuff that you'd be surprised by. On December 4th, we have a lot of energy going on that day. So December 4th, we have Mercury opposite Jupiter. We have Venus sextile Neptune and the Sun square Saturn. So Mercury is in your first house. People are thinking about you. You are on people's minds. And something about their way they're thinking about you is maybe causing a little bit of tension. Your husband's been basking in the glow this past year. So Jupiter's been in your seventh house. You've been benefiting from your spouse, from your long-term partners, and there's some kind of the way people are thinking about you. Maybe they're thinking you're doing well because of your spouse's money. Maybe they're thinking you're doing well because of your business partner. But there's some kind of thoughts and tensions about your partner's abundance and the way you look and appear in the world. Venus in your house of finances is also making a beautiful connection to Neptune in your fourth house of family and upbringing. So your money and your family time, especially if y'all have spiritual practices or art practices, can be benefited on December 4th. And then lastly, the sun, it's highlighting you right now. It's showcasing you. It's squaring Saturn, though. So the spirituality and the easygoingness of your household has kind of been disrupted this past 2 years. Saturn's been going through, and it just seems like blockages and restructuring, and you're really wanting to shine and be there, but there's something at home holding you back. So all these energies are kind of working together and against each other on December 4th, and we're going to be feeling this on December 3rd, building up to it as well. Then on December 5th, we are having a Mercury Cazimi. I really enjoy Mercury Cazimis. So this is when the sun and Mercury line up in the sky, and just divine thoughts and aha moments. All sorts of epiphanies are sprinkled around humanity. So this Cazimi is in your first house. People are going to be thinking about you, remembering you. This will be a time for you to come up with all sorts of solutions, maybe about how you appear in the world or how other people see you. This energy is going to be there from 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast to 8:45 p.m. on the West Coast, and then 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast to 11:45 p.m. on the East Coast. And so that's just going to be an excellent time to journal, to pray, to meditate, just to take some time and listen to the divine, listen to those thoughts, listen to what's incoming. If you're running around busy that day and an idea pops in your head, definitely not, jot it down in the notes app on your phone, because it's a sprinkling from the divine. On December 7th, the sun is opposite Jupiter. So the sun is still in your first house. Spotlight is still on you. And there is some kind of, this is like an over promising or an overdoing it. And this is coming from your spouse or business partner. This isn't a bad thing. This isn't underhanded, but this may be a little bit of over promising. There's good intentions there, but they may not come to fruition. So just be aware of that, Sagittarius. Anything that, any grand exclamations, proclamations that take place on December 7th, just take it with a grain of salt. On December 8th, Venus moves into your third house. So this is the house of siblings and community, cousins. This is early learning, basic learning like books, YouTube videos. And so you're going to be enjoying your neighbors more. You're going to enjoy your siblings more. And Pluto last month moved into Aquarius. So this house has really been highlighted lately. There may be some rumblings of change and revolution going on there. You've maybe made up your mind like, hey, I'm going to read 100 books in the next 6 months or something like that. Venus is moving in, providing a new start, a new enjoyment to whatever these rumblings have been. So Venus is there to kind of smooth rough edges, make it more enjoyable as we start out this new Pluto cycle. But that's taking place on December 8th, and then Venus will be in Aquarius the rest of the month, kind of blessing this area of your life and allowing you to enjoy your neighbors and siblings and this ease of basic learning. So y'all watch my YouTubes, yeah. And then on December 10th, the sun is trining Chiron. So the sun is once again in your first house. Chiron is in your fifth house of children. So your children may have been, this is children, creative projects, passion projects. So there may be, possibly some struggles with the kids, their health. Maybe they've gotten hurt these past few years. This can also be passion projects and things of that nature haven't turned out the way you've wanted. But there is something about men in your life, authority figures. Somehow there's some sort of healing available to you on December 10th. So this is just a day to make amends, make things right, smooth feathers. If there's been any struggles with the kids, it's a great time to talk it out and, come to beneficial terms. On Wednesday, December 11th, Mars is opposite Venus. So Mars is in your ninth house of long-term learning, foreign travel. This is the areas of life you're wanting to be a master at, you're wanting to be great at. So Venus is in your third house. Once again, siblings, learning, community. And there's something about your want to get PhDs is frustrating your idea of just reading a book about it. So there's some kind of tension there in the way you learn and the way you're digesting information and building this into your psyche and into your long-term and long-range goals and plans. On December 12th, Mercury is still in your first house. People are still thinking about you. Is sextiling Venus. So you having fun with the siblings out in the community is causing people to think about you. There's probably some kind of block party or barbecue, or your siblings are like, hey, let's hang out that day. Maybe just a great phone call. But that's some of the things you can expect on December 12th. On December 15th, yay, Mercury goes direct. So people are still thinking about you, and you're able to move forward with some projects now. Now, when Mercury changes directions, there does tend to be a little bit of traffic issues that day, technology issues that day. Sagittarius, more for you, just because Mercury is currently in your sign. So, may not be the day to run 1,000 errands looking at a certain app, trying to get everything done. But this new moon that took place on November 30th will be easier to accomplish those goals. Maybe now is the time to do that total overhaul, things that you're thinking about changing your appearance. Saturn's still making its aspects, so this may still be a little bit slow going, but we're glad that Mercury's going direct and you can at least get a few things accomplished like you're wanting to. On December 19th, Venus is trining Jupiter. So this does fall under the influence. Saturn's still in the background, kind of frustrating this. But Jupiter, once again, is blessing your spouse, blessing your business partners, and it's got this beautiful energy with your community and your siblings. Maybe your siblings and your spouse are getting along and everybody's hanging out and having a good time that day. But Saturn's restrictions in your fourth house of family and roots is somehow kind of casting a bit of maybe a darker shade. There's like a mild depression in the air, stuff that you're not wanting to think about that. If you can, push it to the back of your mind, because this is some beautiful energy when Venus trines Jupiter. On December 21st, the Sun moves into Capricorn. So you are now focused on your money, focused on making money, organizing your money, getting things done in order to bring checks in. And that's typically the energy of your Capricorn season. So this is just part of your yearly cycle, Sagittarius. On December 24th, Jupiter and Saturn come into a square aspect to each other. So that's a 90-degree angle. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, abundance, blessing. It's been in your partner's 7th house. They've been having a good year. And then Saturn's been going through your 4th house of family and home. And so there's some kind of restrictions or structures in the home that's holding back your partner's abundance. Yes, this is happening on December 24th, Christmas Eve. It's a frustrating energy, a frustrating time. The universe isn't picking on you, Sagittarius. This is how it is with everybody. So this is worldwide. People are going to be frustrated and feel like they're held back that day. Get your Christmas shopping done early. So then on December 26th, that Jupiter and Saturn frustrating energy is still there, still kind of hampering us. It comes to a head on the 24th, but we were feeling that energy the week beforehand, and we're feeling it the rest of the week. On December 26th, Mercury in your first house in Sagittarius kind of joins this tension. So how people are thinking about you, maybe there's going to be some gossip. Maybe your technology's acting funky and on top of everything else going on. December 26th may be a bit of a frustrating day. And then December 27th, Venus is squaring Uranus. So Venus has been in your 3rd house. Once again, fun with siblings and the community. And Uranus is in your 6th house. So like I said, you've had a lack of routine these past few years. Every time you've tried to get things in order and straight, Uranus has come through and just... So it's something about your good time in the community. Maybe won't happen. Maybe plans will go awry. But something about Uranus, creating havoc in your daily life and throwing away all routines in your daily life will be frustrating the good times you've been having with your siblings and community. Then on December 30th, we have the new moon in Capricorn. So this is a new start in your financial world, Sagittarius. Maybe this is a new planning, new source of income, new way of organizing money. But we end the month with that new moon in Capricorn. So anyways, now you know. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like and subscribe. And you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I will see you at the next horoscope.